Seems like there's an intriguing connection between Jamie Foxx and Wendy Williams, and both of them have become the victims of Diddy's cruelty and punishment. It's not a secret that the music mogul can crush everyone he wants, and I mean literally. And as Wendy Williams recently stated, she sees many similarities between her own beef with Diddy and Jamie's incident with hospitalization. But what was so bad that both Foxx and Williams paid a huge price for their candor? Let's dig into the details. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb channel. So it turns out that Jamie Foxx's recent hospitalization is linked to the previously leaked video where the actor was exposing Diddy's wild parties, and even boasted that he had some footage to show. Apparently this explosive revelation was the only reason why the Oscar-winning actor has been fighting for his life now, and while the fans kept wondering whether Diddy and his crew have anything to do with it, nonetheless the queen of talk, Wendy Williams, chimed in and revealed more details, because believe it or not, she has once become Diddy's victim herself. As you know, Wendy Williams is not a stranger to speaking her mind, and while many people consider her talk being nothing else but rumors to get attention, it seems like one particular statement she had made about seeing Diddy Combs sparked a long-time beef between the music producer and the former TV host, and according to some stories, Diddy was ready to retaliate with violence against her. However, her life was spared, but she lost her job on the radio show in '98, and boy, it was dramatic, because it was largely speculated that offended scene Diddy Combs allegedly played a part in her dismissal. But what could have possibly made Diddy so angry that he orchestrated the entire thing that got Wendy fired? Well, it was reported that the ex-radio host owned a very hot photo of two half-naked caressing each other, and apparently one of them was Diddy. And if you're wondering, what's the big deal? Well, it seems like Diddy likes to sustain his reputation as playboy and womanizer, and that proof was kinds damaging to this image. And while Wendy simply lost her job because she never leaked this photo and keeps it as a leverage against Diddy's wrath and criminal activities, she thinks that the same reason could have made Jamie Foxx better than, especially in the light of several exposing footage featuring the actor talking about Diddy's wild parties and what the producer was doing during them. Well, Wendy was a pioneer of Diddy's exposure, and she was among the first celebs to ever say anything against a mighty producer. And although her career soared after she left the radio and began working on TV, it seems like this little secret plagued her relationship with Diddy, and she was angry at him for making her fired because of one statement. Later, many other people accused the infamous producer of intimate relationships with men, and even his own bodyguard Gene Deal revealed that his ex-boss was into spending nights with male rappers and intriguing toys. Well, by what it looks, Fox is now suffering the same consequences of Diddy's revenge, because the nature of his hospitalization remains undisclosed for almost a month now, and basically everyone in show business avoid making any updates and revealing the details of his health scare with the press. All we got for almost a month of Jamie's confinement in a hospital is that his doctors are still doing more tests and want to be completely sure that he'll be okay before allowing him to go home or even get back to work. According to Wendy, Jamie's current health state is closely tied to Diddy's dirty secrets, and the Oscar-winning actor has simply become another victim of the music mogul's cruelty. And every time when there's another possibility for the truth about Diddy's intimate preferences to come out, another innocent person is ending up dead, hospitalized, or declared insane. And unlike Wendy, who probably gets her juicy information from her inside sources, Jamie has been attending many of Diddy's parties, and he certainly knows more than anyone else. And I don't know what kind of agreement Diddy has with his guests, but apparently Jamie broke the rules when he spilled too much details. And as Wendy Williams believes this was Day's way to punish the actor for talking. As Wendy mentioned, she doesn't think that the producer planned to kill Jamie only to send him a message, but the situation became so grave that thoughts had to be urgently taken to the hospital and even be revived. And it seems like despite the best efforts and qualified medical team, there's very little progress, and his recovery may take way longer than anticipated. Sources close to the actor claim that his condition has not changed despite that shady Instagram post the actor allegedly had made, as when he believes this outcome was quite unexpected even for Diddy himself, as he intended only to scare the actor and not actually eliminate him. The former TV host recalls her own encounter with Diddy's revenge tactics when he allegedly sent a girl group on his label to confront Williams after she had made suggestions about his intimate life with men. I finished my shift, round up my headphones to see everyone lined up on the side of the window, looking down at the sidewalk. And when she got downstairs, she saw this girl group jump out a gypsy cab to attack her. But it takes more than a group of girls to scare Wendy Williams. And as the former TV host confessed, He has become mad at the producer for such cheap tricks, and even hold on to contempt for Diddy because she felt he tried to ruin her career later. In her book, The Wendy Williams Experience, she admitted the hell he put me through I will never forget, but I don't hate him eventually. After almost decades of hating each other, Diddy and Wendy publicly reconciled and buried the hatchet during all the episodes of her talk show. And although the TV host had experienced multiple troubles with her career and personal life, it seems like it had nothing to do with Diddy anymore, and their feud had been forgotten, although some fans still believe that she could be targeted by the industry, but was lucky to make it out alive. As one person wrote, somebody already took Wendy out. She's lost all credibility in the eyes of others. I wonder if she was on a hit list, and this was all the damage that they needed to do with her. So she didn't need to be off. And another user added, I still believe Wendy, she always had the TFX on celebs and hip-hop, and right despite the provocations and even threats. Wendy Williams has always been brave and spoke only truth, in the fact that she never apologized, advised for, suggesting that Day sleeps with men only proves that she didn't feel like she was wrong. And as Wendy says, the only fault of Jamie Foxx was not being cautious about what he was saying and who he was saying it to. While there are multiple people who expose Diddy almost daily on social media, you can't help but notice one pattern Diddy strikes only when a source is close to his inner circle, like it has been with Kim Porter and her Never Tear published tell all book. While many celebrities are simply afraid to comment on the current situation and point at Diddy, Wendy Williams remains a voice of justice in the vicious Hollywood environment, and she is convinced that Diddy tried to send his friend Jamie a message and warn him not to open his mouth anymore. However, it seems like the music mogul overreacted this time and maybe didn't consider that Jamie was already under stress, and his condition became worse than Diddy had expected from many people, including some A-list celebrities. It's strange that Diddy still clings to the superstitions of the 90s and cannot openly admit the fact that he enjoys men's company in bed as well. Apparently, he is too proud to make this confession and preferred to do his dirty deeds behind the closed doors. And as for everyone who dares to somehow expose his dirty secrets, well, he has a nasty surprise prepared, like getting Wendy Williams fired, Kim Porter killed, and LB Sure ending up in coma. And it seems like it's Jamie's turn to pay for the secret he occasionally spilled. Frankly speaking, no one even cares about Diddy's love life anymore, and his sexuality concerns only himself. But all the eyes are now on his criminal activities and alleged poisoning. We've already seen from multiple previous incidents that his cruelty has no limits, and it feels like this time he crossed a line and his actions resulted in something way more serious than even he himself expected. As it was reported, Jamie Foxx is lucky to be alive, and if it wasn't a timely treatment, the actor could join the list of Diddy's victims that would never ever speak again. As one insider claimed, Jamie suffered a serious medical episode and needed immediate attention. It was touch and go for days with him, and he had to be revived. He is very lucky to be alive. After connecting all the dots, it becomes so evident that there are many coincidences in the story days. And while back in the 90s, Diddy used to simply pay a gang to shoot people he doesn't like in the middle of the street, now he is using more elaborate methods of punishment. And sometimes people suddenly drop